And then after the short break, actually, we come back to you to the live discussion that is market demand and that supply. Today, under this show, after the short break, we focus on the risk management procedures. How are Kenyan farmers addressing this risk management key or issue in agriculture, and that is access to finance and other things that should be observed, that is under the field of agriculture in your production and in your maintenance of the field. Then, Boniface,
Yes, sir.
how can the Kenyan farmers actually address the risk management?
In terms of managing the risks, sometimes is a bit challenging for the farmers alone. I don't want to lie to you that they can manage, but this still goes to the government, that the government needs to venture in and at least use these lands for and utilize these knowledgeable personnel, the officers in agriculture, so that they can mobilize and also have seminars and have gatherings where they will be taking through these especially local farmers who have normal knowledge about taking risk in agriculture, so that they can understand that despite aiming at the profit, on the way there is also a loss, and there is also a risk. Sometimes you may have prepared your land very well, you may have taken your input very well, standardized everything, done it requires, but all of a sudden the output comes out negatively, and which is not pleasant. So that doesn't mean that now the farmer should relax and become dormant and not have to try again. But especially before maybe you venture in a new system, majorly something like maybe cassava, many people have been using to plant just a small part of their land just for consumption. So most of them have not tried about large scale growing, whereby I'm still saying that the government is the one which is supposed to maybe to grow or practice around to set sides each corner of the country, and where the farming is appropriate, carrying out that cultivation. When it is maybe they are growing cassava, they should do it as farmers come and get awareness. They will be taught as they see, they be welcomed there, so that in each and everything they can understand the risk of it and the profitable area of it. That is what I can say.
Actually, getting the awareness in the field of agriculture, that is how to take risk and how to manage this risk is key. That is why under Aggregation Show we bring to you experts, that is agricultural extension officers who are trained, who are skilled, so that they give you an insight of what risk you should take, of what management should you focus on. And focusing on that risk, how can farmers, that is from Kakamega County, manage this risk of price on the market?
Thank you, Bwana Martin. Since you have mentioned about Kakamega, the farmers to manage the risk on the maybe market. Maybe to start, I'll say that to manage the risk, it depends on which kind of the risk. Because in production of crops, we have so many other risks. Maybe we can say you have planted your crops, they are growing too well, very healthy, but all of a sudden we have an outbreak. You see, an outbreak comes from nowhere, destroys your crops, and from that point, the market has reduced, the market demand has reduced. The price of that commodity has dropped from its original price. See? So, for a farmer to manage that risk on the market, one, he or she should plant on an alternative crop, whereby if you feel that you have planted a certain crop and that crop is giving you losses each time, and if the profit comes, maybe let's say 1% of the total outcome, that's the profit, then you need to plant the alternative one. You see, and apart from planting the alternative, you need to do a research, maybe on the soil, maybe on the kind of crop that you need to plant, because you might have planted the crop, but the seedling, the cuttings, maybe the suckers that you have used, they are infected, and they will not give you a good outcome or a good output, and that will lead to market market decline, and that is a risk. So a farmer, to manage that risk in any other part of the region apart from Kakamega, one, they should know that they should determine, or they should, before planting, they should know the kind of the seed they are planting, maybe the seedling or suckers. They should know that the seedling is healthy, free from pests and diseases. It should be drought resistant. It should be faster maturity, and should be healthy. That's the first way to escape from the risk. And point number two, for them to escape from the risk, they need to capture, to know the time to do their sellings. Because when you produce your crops and you sell it immediately after harvesting, then the price will be low, because the supply will be increased, and when the supply increases, the demand decreases. So obviously the price will reduce, and that will lead to a loss. And point number three, you need to determine the type of the soil and the kind of the crop that you are growing, because you cannot start to plant maize, maybe let's say to Maasai land, and the Maasai believe that our meal or our food is meat and milk. So now, when you start growing their things like maize, they see that maybe you are destroying their farm, because they believe that our land is for pastoralism. Our land is for feed for animals. Now, maize will not do work there, it will not do well there. So another way of escaping is to determine the type of crop they are planting, and the region, the area, the population they are planting the crop to. Thank you.
Right. These are some of the risks that farmers normally face in the field of agriculture. And then Boniface, on the option of true or false, from Busia, just from that point of view, can we say that most farmers have access to affordable credit?
That is a bit challenging, but I want to say false.
False.
Yeah.
And Juma, can we say that most farmers have that access to credit?
Yes, they have that access to credits.
This is a question that also you, our viewer, should answer in our comment section. And Boniface, do you think that technology can solve all these risks in agriculture while addressing that is supply demand in market?
Where there is a person, technology is needed, and where there is technology, even human labor is needed. So these things go hand in hand, but technology will just raise a boost on it, will multiply the boost in agriculture.
Then on that technology, we know that farmers normally focus on that agricultural production, but they leave out that is environmental conservation. What can you say about it?
That's why I started by saying that we need involvement of the specialists. Mostly those are agricultural officers who are well trained, well educated, and are well familiar with these things, so that before the farmers start using or putting at work this use of technology at large, they need to be well elaborated and well familiarized with the technology. But on my side, technology is not that harmful as the way people think. Yeah.
Actually, technology is not that way harmful as you normally think about it. As we sum up this Agrivision show, this episode, how can these farmers get to you or get connected to you on all the online platforms? If they want anything for clarification, they can get you.
Thank you. On my platform, you can get me in WhatsApp at maybe my account at 0114 78 32 82 or in Kibabi Agricultural Student Association. That's a group in WhatsApp. You can find me in WhatsApp at in Facebook at Yesno Raj or at my page Kibabi Agricultural Student Association. Thank you.
Then Boniface, how can they get connected to you?
Thank you so much. Me, you can find me on WhatsApp, that is 0799 53 92 06. On that Facebook, you can find me as Evangelist Boniface Shikuku. And on YouTube page, you can also follow me at Evangelist Boniface Shikuku. Instagram the same, and there you can get more about me.
That is an evangelist, also an agriculturalist. Actually, when it comes to production, religion is also addressed. This is Agrivision Show under Kibu TV. Under Agrivision Show, we bring to you expert people, that is expert personnel in the field of agriculture. That's why you are seeing extension officers in our studio. But the question to you, our viewer, is that can you attest that most farmers have access to credit or not? It is a true or false option or answer. Under Agrivision Show, I'm Martin Muhwana, and to the next episode, actually, we shall consider your comment. Which part do you answer or do you want us to focus on in the next episode? Today, we've spoke about that is supply, demand, and market. How are these interrelated terms address or affect agriculture? And that's why they have spoke about that is planting season. Actually, it is planting that determines the supply of your crops. It is planting that affects that is the market demand. When you address planting well, your crops or your production will be on a scale of high production. This is Agrivision Show. I say thank you for tuning in, thank you for commenting, thank you for viewing, and thank you for the production personnel. That is our team under photography, under directing, and under this production. Actually, I say thank you, our guest, and thank you, our viewer, for tuning in. I'm Martin Muhwana. I say bye-bye until we meet again in the next episode. That is next week, Wednesday. And as I say bye-bye, remember hashtag is growing Kenya. This is from Agrivision Show. Bye-bye, our viewer. Bye-bye, our guest.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Muhwana.
Yes, welcome back again. This is Agrivision Show. Bye-bye, our viewer.